Good evening, Randomania, and welcome to another Highway to the Zebra Zone 4 best round of 64 match. I'm up here in the booth. I'm back. We've got Alska44 as our restreamer, Warlink doing the tracking, lighting these buttons up, keeping us honest, and I'm joined in the booth by Cubs Rule. How you doing tonight, Cubs?
I can't complain, sir. How are you doing?
Well, we got another exciting matchup. We have Dyrewulfe versus ScytheMarshall, the 4th seed versus the 45th. And it's my understanding that Dyrewulfe picked this matchup specifically to guarantee he got to play against ScytheMarshall.
There's a backstory there. We may have to ask about that one later.
Absolutely. And then now we've got a required, possibly hook route as well, since we're going to be launching the Falcon as one of our objectives. We've got 2 moon objectives, with cave value being objective 2, like always, conquering the Murasame altar, which is the Pale Dim. What do you think about these objectives?
I think it depends on when we see darkness. This one has the potential to be 45 minutes, has the potential to be 2.5 hours. That darkness crystal is just going to hard gate a lot of this seed. And especially if it is a hook route, what is going to be there? This has a potential to be an insane fight coming up.
Yeah, there's a number of things that could just completely derail the seed. It could be very jetty. It could be a slog. We never know. Alska44 only rolls one or the other, never in between. So we could be in for something quick. We could be in to just strap in and experience the dumpster fire that it could be.
You know, it's fun being on this side of the booth that we get to wish all these things on the racers and not have to deal with them ourselves.
Yeah, and one thing that we haven't seen a lot of in this event, we've got Cecil as our starting hero. Essentially, vanilla agility on tonight. We know a lot of runners in the community do not like that vanilla agility, don't like the Cecil hero. How do you feel about it?
You know, I don't particularly have an issue with Cecil. I tend to like the faster heroes personally. So this is just, it's really any kind of agility in the 28 to 32 range. I think you're going to be fine with this party.
Yeah, absolutely. It is going to be a little interesting though if we get, a mage composition. How much do you want to grind up? Cecil's going to get all that experience, trying to get mages to nuke into white. If it's me and I'm running this, I see Cecil, I'm really hoping for some berserkers.
Well, I think I'm also checking shops a bit more than normal, especially to look for a dwarf axe or a drain sword to cover my cover bases for a reflect strats fight.
Yeah, anything that you really don't, if you're gonna have to use Cecil for that Z fight, you don't want to slap a curse ring on him. You definitely want him to be swinging away. Hopefully we can find maybe a holy sword somewhere, maybe we don't, and our runners are cursed with Ice Brand Zoromos as we're underway.
Well, traditional walk-in. Who's our singer? What are we hoping for? Oh.
Well, that's an old man.
Oh.
And that's a pass.
Well. So rush Ordeals? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, I would do some looting first. I want a black sword before I'm rushing Ordeals, that's for sure. Maybe something else for when he is a paladin?
I'm almost tempted. I think I head Watery past, look for a J item or two, and then maybe just go.
Yeah, that is really interesting. It has exit right out of the gate. You can do a whole lot of looting in Watery Pass, get in, get out. So this is gonna be interesting. Hopefully, we'll see some nice, interesting divergence from our runners as we get going.
Well, Dyer heading up toward Watery Pass. Scythe landing directly at Baron. Wants to get a look at that Baron Inn character.
Yeah, this is good information. You want to know if you're going to take this fight before Ordeal. Oh, that's a... Ooh.
I would take that Palom, yes. I don't know if we can get through. Definitely better seeing CPU in the first spot than the second, but might need a little help to get through that right now.
Even with 400 HP at that spot, that CPU is gonna, be a little dicey. I'd like to wait, maybe get another character, get some more items before taking it. Plus, we don't know who the second character is.
I mean, if we can find a Stardust or or just a Gaia drum, that's enough to get through there. But Dyrewulfe picking up an Earth Hammer toward the back of Watery Pass. If we find a Sid, that alone is probably enough to get through that CPU.
Absolutely. Using not only just the item ability that can hit pretty hard, but just Sid with an Earth Hammer is fantastic. Better than a Poison Axe, objectively.
Okay. We got to answer the question now. Are you Team Poison Axe or Team Ogre Axe?
Oh, Ogre Axe for sure. I can equip a shield.
I'm Team get me whatever it is I need to do to beat the next boss.
So we had both runners go into the first room of Watery Pass and exit. Dyrewulfe went into the back, found a couple more interesting items in there. Let's see if ScytheMarshall, looking like going to Kaipo, going to do a little bit more scouting, see who's in the bed. That's been a good, piece of information to have. We do have the C maybe flag on, so that, we could have dupes. So it's good to know if maybe this character could be a dupe somewhere.
There was some decent armor that Dyer found. I saw a Dragoon helm in the back of Watery Pass. So some good things for after we get through Ordeals, but I think, did we just see dueling Yangs?
We did. One taking a bath in the waterfall, one sleeping in the bed. We have some lazy monks here today.
That is this a Spider-Man meme? Is that what we're looking at right now?
Unfortunately, no, because we didn't already have a Yang in the party with us. Hey, there's a curse.
Wow, that DMC and Treasury. I saw a Stardust, a Silk Web, and a Cursed Ring. Good lord.
Everything a growing party needs.
Yeah, that I'd almost be tempted right now, rush to Baron Inn. I mean, if Scythe checks that, I would rush to Baron Inn, use the Stardust to find out who's behind CPU. Because if you get a free boss back there, that's a very nice character in Palom to have early.
Especially if you can get it before Hobbs, because having Paloms for that Hobbs fight gets him to all of his level 2 spells right away.
Might be worth checking to make sure that there isn't another Palom already there on Hobbs, but yeah, that's very tempting, if for no other reason than to find out who's the other boss there.
Well, and that's what we're getting with Dyrewulfe right now. He is going to be checking the Hobbs, seeing who this character is. Didn't find a black sword anywhere, so Cecil's wielding the shadow sword, which arguably gonna not do a lot, but he feels confident that he can handle it. There's Arion.
Another monk. And somewhat free fight here on Bahamut, or on Hobbs and Bahamut. One Star Veil is going to be enough to get through this. The only question is, I assume you want Yang to get the XP here.
That's what I would go for sure. Definitely get Yang that XP. He needs to be able to punch things later on. We've already found a Thunderclaw, so running into a number of bosses that are lightning weak, you want that Yang to be able to punch hard.
So I don't think we'll be waking up the monk from Kaipo today.
Well, Dyrewulfe doesn't know that it's the monk, so he may spend some time later.
And it is a free heal, and that can come in handy later as well.
Looting the west side of Hobbs, I like this play. West side of Hobbs has a little bit higher percentage because it's quote-unquote gated. I've found a number of useful things on this side. We'll see if Dyrewulfe gets anything.
That dancing dagger... Okay, now I want that Palom.
Yeah, Dancing Dagger, great for Palom. The Poison Claw, it's plus strength for Yang. Yang likes his strength. So, couple of good items there.
Oh, I assume we'll see Dyer head straight over to Antlion. I've been very torn lately on looting Antlion. I don't know on T-Pro anymore.
It is very hit or miss. It is, since it's a very early open. We don't see a lot of runners do it. I think with the loot we have found, you're probably okay skipping it.
Well, Dyer deciding only to put the Thunderclaw on Yang right now. May end up going to the Poison Claw later. The Assassin's Dagger is a nice find.
That's another agility manipulation for Paladin Cecil. Once we get him, that's +5 agility instead of -5.
Oh, well, there you go. You asked for Poison Axe earlier, right?
I said the Earth Hammer is better than the Poison Axe.
I distinctly heard you say the word Poison Axe, so we're going to say you asked for one. There's a Poison Axe for Dyrewulfe. Oh. Hi, cheater. There's a wall.
I don't think our runners will have an issue banging their heads against this wall, but stranger things have happened.
I'm going to cash in that Stardust there for Dire. It's going to basically cut this fight in half. So
3/4.
That, yeah.
That was a high roll. That was 750 damage.
I can't argue with that. Yeah, well, okay. Fight over. GG. Was there a boss here?
We said one that cheats. Hey, there's a Dwarf Axe for ScytheMarshall and a package.
Very happy to see that. That alone might be enough to take care of agility for the rest of the seed. Plus, you back row Cecil after Ordeals, and that's just... Cover Cecil strats are online. Dire not going to get that, so I'm going to have to hope for another one or find one in a shop later.
Yeah, with the shop settings we have, it is pretty good chances of finding a Dwarf Axe in one of the shops. So it looks like Dyrewulfe is going to go check this package character, see who is hanging out.
Miss Cave first.
We do have...
Not gonna fight the Octo-Man. I would have been very tempted to take that, to be honest. Just Miss Cave has very good loot. And there's another old man that's just gonna stand there the rest of the seed.
I personally am fine with skipping that Octo-Man, but I do not want to miss a squid that can swim through stone.
It always is weird seeing the squid out of water, isn't it?
Only a little bit. That's the thing. Only a little bit.
Scythe has decided to come to Antlion before going to Hobbs, while Dire is going to the Troya Public Treasury. Don't see this play too often without the Earth Crystal.
I think this is Black Sword hunting. Dire is definitely wanting that red sword before going up the mountain.
I think I'd be tempted to hit shots before coming up here, though. It's like I absolutely understand doing it with the Earth Crystal. It just seems a little out of the way to end up coming back here later for the private treasury.
Advance for sale. Tried to buy. Hasn't sold anything yet.
I was gonna say that's why he's still playing and I'm not, though. So that take that with a grain of salt.
ScytheMarshall continuing to fade Hobbs. Gonna be disappointed seeing the duplicate Tele here. We do have Cino dupes on right now, so can't have 2 Teles in the party.
2 Teles is 2 Teles too many. Also not going to take the Octo-Man.
And Dekar Smash in chat, really hoping for that Demus at package with the hook for the underground access. There's not very many things that are more rude, but I'll add to it. I would like for that hook to be not the only underground access, so that we don't see that for a long time.
I'm waiting for the K-Trap tournament so we can see the Magma Key at Mad Ogre chest in Upper Babel. That might be as bad as it gets.
Some of us have seen that.
Well, Dire gonna head over to Fabul. Scythe also heading to the public treasury.
Yeah, a lot of this overworld progression definitely hinging on this Dark Knight Cecil being able to help provide some damage, since Tella's level 1 spell's not doing that good. We can't go and buy some J items. Thor Rages, you need a little bit more than that. And the Black Sword with the strength bonus, the agility bonus, that's a huge pickup.
Yeah, I think I'm hitting shops right now. Well, that's a Mac Giant shop if I've ever seen one. Poison and Ogre axes. don't know if we're likely to see a Mat Giant grind now that we have a Tella, but there it is online.
Just in case you know the stars line up and you find 3 characters you want to dump that Patella for.
A bunch of fiends are invading Fabul. Sound the alarm.
Yeah, Fireclaw going on this Yang, gonna just punch his way to victory. Might see some leg.
Nope. No leg. Mylon is taking the first of potentially 3 rough trips to the ER today.
Yeah, and how does he do it? How can he afford all those medical bills? I mean, just look at him. Things have got to be falling off of him.
That is one hell of a question right there. But rewarded with half of Forge, half of Objective 3, the Adamant Rock.
So we are 2, 3 key items from Go Mode.
We are 3.5 objectives from Go Mode, yes.
ScytheMarshall has been following along. Still had skipped Hobbs though. That's really interesting. Maybe going there now though. Wanting to get some more money. Wanted to make sure that he can tackle anything that's up here. So it's going to be rewarded with this Young, and we'll see if he's going to follow Dyer into Fabul or not.
I can understand being a bit wary of really almost any boss spot with this party right now. You're not exactly pumping out a lot of damage with a Dark Knight Cecil with the Shadow Sword and Tello with level 1 spells.
Oh, absolutely. I would almost be tempted to take a few more shop checks. Dyrewulfe is just hoping to find a black sword on the way up, Ordeals possibly, or just comfortable with Yang doing the punching.
I don't know how this is going to go. I think Scythe is going to end up having to pop a Star Veil here anyways. I don't think he's going to be able to beat the count on Bahamut.
Yeah, I don't think so as well. This is Soma drop for Dyrewulfe.
That's very nice to see. It definitely brings us closer to a D-Machine grind.
Not just that, but that can handle a number of rude fights with just 1 Meteocast.
Every time I try to... Oh no. Well...
So about that Stardust.
Maybe the best spot in the game for this thing? I don't know. Big maybe?
Yeah, this is, I mean, Mom Bomb, least favorite fight in the game for me, personally. And unfortunately, too, got the fatal recall.
It's slow. I mean, it's going to be slow everywhere, but at least here it's going to be doing in the single digits most of the time in terms of damage.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's just time. How you know, clearing this out, you know, you can't just Thor Rage because the red bombs are resistant to it.
Getting a fatal and then a toad on recall. Oof. Save those for later, buddy.
I mean, that's pretty good, not getting a failure 2 times in a row.
I want to see that against a boss it can actually affect, though.
Well, if I'm a runner, I do, sure.
Yeah.
Looks like queuing up the kick.
Is kick actually going to defeat enemies? Nope.
Oh, but that Zeus Rage is.
Yes, that's just a little bit of an overkill there.
Opting to do the safety save. Don't know what's in the spot. Probably also wants to maybe pop a 10.
So, Wyvern? Val? That's what we're looking for?
Oof. With this party and this economy?
Yeah, let's see some walking around the world with the Dark Knight for a little while. How's about that? I do know that if you take a level 50 Dark Knight Cecil to Zoromos with a Black Sword, he will do about 1,000 damage per swing.
Hey, that's more than a level 50 Tello with a silence staff.
So about that Black Sword you were wanting, that would be very handy right now.
Yeah, and unfortunately too, this is not a fight you want to see here. This is a very fast, punchy spot for these two guards, and you know, this is not a fight you want to see here. You want to see this later on when you can take advantage of it.
What are we? I'm not sure what the star wheel here is for Dire, to be honest.
Maybe making sure that something doesn't get.
Yeah, bounce off size and okay, got it. It is going to be Yang doing all the damage here. This, well, you know what? I've never thought to do this. This is kind of genius. We have sized one guard. Can we size the other?
Yeah, this is a pretty heads-up play by Dyrewulfe. Not something you typically see, especially with how valuable these Star Veils are. We get the starting, 2 to 5, and that's it, unless we find more. So this is wants to get through this fight and is gonna get through it probably faster than ScytheMarshall, depending on if we get some tele recall luck.
Yeah, I would not have thought to ever try this. I'll be honest. Looks like he's trying to just bonk with Tele to trigger that size.
We've got ScytheMarshall doing some shopping. Found the Mac Giant shop, so is just trying to decide if he wants these Gear 2's lives or anything else over there, any axes. Yeah, the magic defense here really high is at level 1 ice. Not doing anything.
No. Alright, so we are through the Baron Guards. And now one of the more awkward characters to bring into a solo Ordeals fight. Paladin Cecil, for all the good he does start at level 1, and we don't have a ton for him right now.
Well, and you don't get a chance to equip him either, so
yeah.
Gonna be slapping this poison axe or one of the other things that we found for him on there to get through this fight. He's gonna be in the back row, it looks like.
Without the dwarf, the dwarf axe would be very handy for Dire right now. Although I do think we have a bow and some arrows, so maybe can back row him there.
Yeah, ScytheMarshall looks like just saw his inventory. He's got some, so we'll see if Dyrewulfe does as well.
Well, there's that Gaia drum on the CPU. I did not see what that item was. Did you?
Oh, I did not either. It was a blink and you miss it.
Yeah.
Chat reminding us about the dancing dagger though. Oh, that was the hook.
And we also have dark imps hiding at the second spot of Baron Inn. This is doable.
Yeah, I would almost be tempted to go with the recall strat here, get blink up and then try it.
Well, Scythe does have that Zeus Rage still in his inventory, and that might just get him through. Meanwhile, we have Pale Dim in the solo Ordeals fight up against the Cecil. Dancing Dagger coming in handy here.
Cecil can wield the knives. He's perfectly fine dancing with his knives. So Pale Dim probably not going to be long for this world. Not hitting hard because we have the Aegis Shield.
And there's a reset, unfortunately, from Scythe. I think you're going to have to use that Zeus Rage if you want to get through this.
Yeah, I would.
No, go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, I'd be tempted to do what Scythe's doing right now, though, is go to Ordeals. You know what's in that spot. You know Paladin Cecil's going to make that a little bit easier with some cover strats in the back row, fully armored. I don't blame Scythe for, saving that for later.
I feel like I'd be tempted to take 1 or 2 more shots, because to get that Palom going up Ordeals is not only is everybody, he also has Fabul, so you could be close to Quake. Now, obviously, you don't know it's a hook route coming, but to have Palom already, to have Quake or almost at Quake going into the hook would be huge right now.
And while our runners did do a high five there on Ordeals, we do want to do a quick thank you, Asuka424, for rolling this seed, making the stream look really nice and pretty for us. Also to Warlink, thank you for lighting up the buttons and keeping us honest on things. And Cubs, it's a pleasure being up in the booth with you, and looking forward to continuing the good times up here.
And please, big thank you to Bad Karma for carrying me throughout this restream. In advance, thank you very much. Appreciate that, sir.
But we're getting Mom Bomb Redux.
Yeah, kind of just switching spots here. I assume we're going to see a much easier fight here, as you mentioned, with the Paladin Cecil up against those imps.
Throwing the Assassin Dagger on, this is really good in this spot. Gonna get that extra agility to really slow those Dark Imps down.
And the added bonus of having the Swoon proc, you didn't know that yet, but that is going to help. All right, one more time. Orb?
It'd be really interesting to see what he decides to go with here to get through this. Oh, going with the Dancing Dagger, but he's going to lose that extra agility for the Dark Imps fight.
You could always swap it back after taking out the main
that is
body.
true.
Plus, I think Cecil's back. Yeah, there we go.
Yep, there it is.
His back road, so this is just a single shot's going to take out the... Well, okay, you're going to need a little help from the monk.
I don't know if he's back road. I don't think we got the bow and arrow on
Dyrewulfe. You're right. It was just the Dancing Dagger in the Pale Dim fight.
Yeah, and Dyrewulfe didn't grab the Dwarf Axe from Antlion Cave.
Well, the one advantage of the Assassin Dagger here, with that Swoon proc, we don't really care.
Exactly.
We just need to time that attack to... Oh, I thought we were attacking Tele from him. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Huh?
Looks like going for stone strats here. First time, every time.
Okay, I'm big nerd mad at the moment at the off slot stone hitting first try. Tell why. Why do you never do that for me?
Because he never does it for anyone else.
And that wizard shirt actually is not terrible for really either Palom or Cecil right now. Obviously not gonna really benefit from the willpower boost, but just a little extra defense might be very helpful here.
But we have also exhausted all of our overworld checks, unless you're going to go dive in that package boss or the Tower of Zot. So we are going to be seeing a hook route here.
If it was anybody but a Duke Tella, I might take package here. I'll be honest. Although we do have options, and there goes Tella to the middle. Looks like we're going to try and hit some trap chests here in Eblan.
This is a good call. If you can, if Cecil can weather the punches for some of these spots, this can be really big experience boost and could pull a number of decent items for his team.
So, Crystal Sword, anyone? Do those exist in this seed? Or did Oscar remove them all?
Why would you do that right now?
Why? Because it's fun. Everyone likes Crystal Sword, right?
They gotta earn that, This isn't earning it. This is cheating if they pull it. Without even seeing the boss.
All right, you know what? I can agree with chat. I would settle for an Avenger. I would settle for that.
No, absolutely not.
No, at least that well, Dyrewulfe put the Assassin Dagger on. Are we not going to use it, or
it's mostly, I think, for the agility manipulation?
Fair. We're going to see cover strats for stone again. It would appear, although Okay, I thought.
Also, Asuka, why am I getting banished? I'm defending this and saying no crystal sword.
Well, now we're changed up. Well,
Ooh.
Swoon hit, but we didn't want to hit our party. We wanted it to hit the Black Cat.
Yeah, wrong instant death mechanic hitting the wrong person.
Yeah, and now we're just... Oh, forget stone. We're bringing out the rocks.
Yeah, Cecil not taking any damage, fully armored up here, has the defense, the cover going on Tella. He's going to take his sweet time casting, and Cecil's going to say, I'll take it all for you, buddy.
Tella smash?
Oh, this is you're trying to get extra orbs out of this with an overkill.
FF10 taught me there's nothing ever wrong with an overkill.
Let's see if this Meteo gives us any reward that's going to help get through this any faster.
I will say, rocks are more likely to hit than stone. Oh. Tiara's not bad for people we don't have in our party at the moment.
That's right.
You know what? One way or whether it's stone or Meteo, rocks will win the day. It just one takes a little longer.
Ended up at 97 MP. Tella's in the middle slot, though. This is a stoneable fight.
Do need to ether Tella, though, after those rocks. Oh, no, we already did. Never mind.
He did.
Yeah, gotcha. Now I'm curious how much a Meteo from Tella would do to Mad Ogres. I'm sure it pierces the magic defense. I just don't know how much.
I think I've seen it before. Somebody on a stream somewhere has done it, and it'll do. It'll do.
We've had enough of the stones, and we're just gonna size them and take them out that way.
Yeah, anybody out there in agreement with me on this? Right now, Tella MVP of the seed, you know, he's been carrying quite a bit here.
Yeah, we need to let him have his due and then yeet him before a D machine, right? Right.
Yeah, nobody said we had deep.
I like this statement.
That being said, if I'm racing this and I find that darkness crystal, I'm gonna deep machine.
22 D machines is always an option. It's never a good option, but it's always... Oh, hello. Cecil, would you like an Avenger? Yes, please.
Chat, I blame you for this.
Thank you, chat. You're all wonderful. Now we're going to be greedy. We're going to go back in and look for more.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would be really tempted to just go into the hook route now myself.
I can see that. I'm almost tempted to just say, hey, we got a lottery ticket here. One more, let's take a shot. One stone and we're out. Although we're going to try to swoon proc the Staleman, it looks like.
Yeah, with Palom online now, can take care of the skulls. We'll see if Tella gets a hit off.
Do not get the swoon on the steel. But Palom not able to take out these skulls either. But Fire 3 is going to do the job.
Yeah, should be able to get, you know, a little bit more of this knocked out. I don't see an issue here. I think Dyrewulfe's got this. Meanwhile, ScytheMarshall has his hook, heading over.
Well, I take that back. This might start getting dangerous here. We'll have to wait and see. As long as Cecil doesn't get put to sleep, I think we're fine.
ScytheMarshall, meanwhile, taking a different approach. Ooh, finds the Staleman chest in Eblan real early. That's going to be pretty big to do a full loop.
Plus, helpful if you want to leave, come back later and hit it. If you want to try something else before going to the hook. That's a good point from chat. ScytheMarshall hasn't been to Baron Inn. This could just be a character check and leave.
Yeah, and it could be he wants to get a little bit more stuff, get a little bit more gear. He knows the bosses that he's got to go through.
Well, on one side, Dyrewulfe just got himself a power shirt from that last trap in Eblan. That's going to pair nicely with the Avenger, whereas ScytheMarshall is selling the house, I assume for a light sword for Cecil.
Mm-hmm. That is exactly what's happening, and it's not a bad move, especially considering where Scythe found that trap chest here in the cave. He knows that he's going to be able to go through here and get some more loot if he needs more money. So he's going to probably full loot this, possibly, just to make sure he can afford it.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little bit short. He got to almost 50 grand. Need maybe 15 to 20,000 more, I think, to get there. And, well, I thought maybe he had enough, but no, we're going to head deeper into Eblan Cave.
I think you want to go and get this character before walking out. Hey, there's another Rune X.
I see trading that in for a light sword.
Oh, absolutely.
Unless we manage to spike a light sword here. That's also certainly possible.
Yeah, I like the play of going through here, getting the character. It's going to tell you if you need, and see who the boss is. It's going to tell you kind of what you need to get through this hook route.
Okay, who dumped a bunch of karate gis off a truck? That's like 4 in here.
This is not our dojo, so
we don't ask questions. Which is another Soma drop, so I don't think ScytheMarshall got the one earlier. So that's going to benefit his Tella.
Oh!
Well, so you didn't want the one twin. Would you like the other?
I'm happy to get the Porm, especially right there. That's a Baigan in the ruby spot.
You know, I have a very unfortunate habit of zeroing in on the character and never seeing the boss at this spot, so I had no idea. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm with chat. Get your quack kid to quack. That's gonna make that a ton easier. That Avenger that Dyrewulfe pulled is gonna make us nice, but also more difficult because it's gonna really rely heavily on not being able to cover anybody.
Well, if we can get Porum to Berserk, all of a sudden you can get 2 or 3 people Zerked if needed. You can Zerk Yang, the Avenger takes care of Cecil. You can even Zerk Porum if really needed. And that'll really help balance things out with that Baigan. Just buffering turns.
Yeah, and if you can get Pound to Quake, the arms there are not that heavy in terms of HP. Pound should be able to, arm lock the Baigan.
So, light sword there, acquired for Scythe. And might be going for something on the armor side, I don't know. Now the question is, do we go back for that Pound?
I think seeing the Baigan. Yeah, I think seeing the Baigan, you have to.
Dyrewulfe going straight in for the Mad Ogres. This might be enough to get his Fabul quick. I think he's close.
Yeah, and he's got the Poison Axe on Cecil right now. So once he gets the cover up, he's got everybody else taken care of.
He's gonna go ahead and size the Mad Ogres, and they're about to have a bad day. That Ogre Axe is about to do, Poison Axe is about to do some very, very bad things.
Yeah, especially if this size lands. And it does. You're so tiny.
Oh no, that was the Assassin Dagger. That was not the Poison Axe.
I saw him put the Poison Axe on earlier. Maybe he ghost swapped it.
And he's confused as well. There goes the Poison Axe.
Did he reset after saving it, maybe?
Maybe. I do think this is also going to have to get Porum to Berserk. So, that's going to be a nice benefit as well.
Yeah, because she should slingshot off of this.
We don't need that cover anymore, so just Berserking Cecil and letting him have fun. Big numbers. I just want to point out, 68-96. So close.
So close.
Just 4 damage off.
Meanwhile, we've got ScytheMarshall is back at Baronin, is recognizing that Palom is going to be useful, so it's going to do round 2 on this fight.
That was Toad for Palom, not Quake. So may have to take... may have to take a random encounter or two. Not see what the item from the chest was. That was a little too
That was
quick.
a white shirt for Porum.
It's always a white shirt, isn't it? I would almost be tempted to put that white shirt on Cecil. It's gonna almost be untouched if you want to cover with him.
I think we've got Blink. The key will be you get the free heal beforehand, so not going to be able to abuse that his party's already down, like they are right now.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna heal and take a fight or two to get to Quake.
And meanwhile, we've got ScytheMarshall going round 2 with the Dark Imps. We do want to point out this race is a best 2 out of 3. This is only race 1 between these two. So they do have potentially 2 more after this if there is a 1-1 split, rounds 1 and 2. So they are going to be racing a little bit later this week again, at least 1 more time.
Tele strikes again. The off-slot stone Hail Mary misses, and we're taking another fight.
That's just a tale of RNG. Oh, hello, Dark Elf. This is interesting.
Worse things to see here.
Yeah, this is interesting. Dyrewulfe's got the Avenger. ScytheMarshall is going to have the light sword for it. It'll still be interesting because of how fast this is.
If it's able to get off a couple attacks in the dragon form, this could get interesting. But the initial fight is just going to be nothing.
But I also think Dyrewulfe's Cecil might potentially be rocking some Dragoon Gauntlets.
I think we may also just end up weaking the dragon form.
We're dodging a lot of weaks right now.
Yeah, there's the change. Weak is queued up. Cecil will just take it out if the weak hits. Never mind. Tel's taking a nap.
It's only about 3,000 health here. I think he's got this as long as Cecil doesn't take an enormous amount of damage. This Avenger is going to make short work of this fight.
Pour him.
There's no XP. We don't have to worry about that white mage.
Yeah, that was painful to watch.
Only a little. But ScytheMarshall gets the center slot stone, though.
And we're staring Mr. Angry in the face in the form of Baigan right here. This is gonna hurt.
With this party,
yeah,
there's a number of bosses I would not want to be staring in the face right now. And Baigan's definitely on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna be taking some fights though.
Yeah, we need that Quake.
I think so too. I would be shooting for that Quake as well.
I can understand wanting to see what the King Queen Eblan boss is first, and then going for Quake. But yeah, we need Quake.
Putting the Poison Axe on, hoping to get the Mad Ogre fight.
I swear, the most difficult part of the game in this situation, remembering to turn encounters on.
I've never done circles in that spot, hoping for a fight and never getting one.
Yeah. It's amazing how often I manage to forget that. And Porum takes a nap. She was tired.
Does she have blink? Because that will also be useful.
Well, okay. We didn't need white mages. We're fine, right? Right.
I mean, we just need a black mage and an angry boy.
Pretty sure Porum got Berserk. I don't know about Blink.
ScytheMarshall is going to be following Dyrewulfe's footsteps, though, heading into Castle Eblan, looking for trap chests. Hopefully he will find this Avenger as well.
Yeah, assume we're going to see the same play. Although, Scythe has the advantage of having Porum being slingshotted, or Palom being slingshotted here, so he may not need to take all three. Potentially.
Yeah, and who was our first? I believe Dyrewulfe found the Lamia and Coral fight first.
It was the Mad Ogres that had the Avenger, and
right.
That was the second one. That was in the basement. No, it wasn't. It was right before the basement.
Yeah, on the way down to the basement. Is going to white shirt that Cecil. Let him have all of the defense.
Yeah. Cecil can cover just about anything right now. The Baigan can throw at him. The vampires, they're going to be iffy to low health characters, but other than that, he'll take just about every hit Baigan has to throw. I think you cover Palom and just start launching quakes.
I'd agree. If Palom has some, plus gear, which he does, he's got a rune ring, he's got a Gaia hat, he's got a Lilith rod. I would expect these quakes to be doing between 2 and 3k a pop. So if Dyrewulfe's got enough ethers, I think he can get through this with just quake.
All right, quick, Asuka's gone. Now's the time to find a crystal sword. Come on.
I don't think we're gonna find one on Baigan.
Not with that attitude, Renan.
I mean, I tried real hard and I looked.
Tella, choosing violence, it appears.
Yeah.
What are the chances we think of those rocks actually going off?
He's got cover strat, so Cecil's not rocking the Avenger, he's actually rocking the curse string. So there is a good chance of these rocks coming down.
Did you hear something?
Nope, I heard nothing. I saw the vampire and I saw an old man go down while he was chanting.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. We can't guard that vampire. Yeah, Cecil taking absolutely nothing from Baigan here.
Yep, having, even with the curse ring, taking no damage from here, even with the vampire.
Yeah, the power shirt on Yang also being quite nice here. Those powers are doing a decent amount of damage for a low 20s Yang here.
Yeah, I would be tempted to throw the Berserk on Yang too, just to kind of jam this queue a little bit.
I can understand wanting to focus. Oh well, the rocks got off.
Oh, are they gonna hit the arms though?
Yeah, they are. They were queued up. When they were queued up, the arms were there. I can focus on, sorry, I can understand the powers wanting to focus damage on the main body right now, as opposed to splitting it off to the arms. Palom's basically got the arms on lock.
Tella's got to be recovering some ether or some MP though before he can do his little trick again.
Dire may have parried with Cecil, and if that's the case, we may not be covering for the moment. A little bit of danger, so.
Yeah, for those who don't know, when you are employing cover strats with Cecil, if he does do the parry, he will not cover people.
Looks like Dyer has this one locked down at this point.
Yep, and is getting Porum up to make sure she gets some of this XP. Getting a lot of arms killed. This is going to be a good chunk of XP for here.
Meanwhile, Scythe gets through the Black Cat Lamia chest, but Hallam stayed down. Did not get that XP there. That's going to very much hurt in terms of getting Quake.
Yeah, unfortunately. But that actually may be good for him because he is... Oh, he's not 5 levels under.
No, he got a slingshot off of the first trap. So you'd have to turn encounters on or take the Mad Ogres to set up another. You could, I guess, leave him down for this Mad Ogre chest and then slingshot him off the second Mad Ogre. But we get through Baigan. You know what? 47 minutes is not bad for an underground for dealing with that Baigan. Not at all.
Not at all. And that's our first objective lit up. Objective number 5 about to be done here with launching the Falcon as Dyrewulfe getting his red airship. Seeing a lunar sparkle at the top of the tower, though.
I think I'm popping a siren and maybe heading straight up to check that.
I would be doing FF4FE first. Just in case it's a tower key.
I can go for that.
But siren, definitely.
About to say, my experience with, actually having the game be nice to me, I'm very much not expecting a tower key, but anything positive.
My luck is every time I check it, it's not a tower key, and every time I don't, it is.
So what you're saying is 4 more chances at a big stick?
Oh no, right now it's probably going to be samurai arrows because I'm asking for a tower key. When in doubt, chat, it's always going to be samurai arrows.
Oh, well, bit of a mixed bag in that Luca key. You're happy to see it? You know what? There's always doors.
There is always doors. It's also a check that you can, check a boss spot, check a K-main spot. It's not terrible to just run on down there.
Yeah, if we hit 10 key items without a darkness crystal, I would be very tempted to hit a couple of those doors. We'll have to wait and see what happens for the rest of the seed, though.
Yep, ScytheMarshall, meanwhile, is done with Eblan Castle, it looks like. Forgetting that the airship is already here, possibly? I know, I've done it.
Dyer finding cat claws for sale on the FF4FE. Very nice find for Yang.
That's if Yang is in your long-term plans. We don't know if there's, anything else. If there's a Rydia in this seed, I would be tempted to take her over the Yang.
I would as well, but as long as you got him, it's nice to have.
ScytheMarshall is checking out this trap chest. He does know where the stalemate chest is.
That's a vanilla Leviathan and Dr. Dialogue hiding out at Asura. That's a FF4FE we are never going back to.
I would consider that the very definition of an odd couple.
Yep. Those two can just live in peace down there. We will never see them again.
Dyrewulfe also going with the Dwarf Castle check. Might be thinking, hey, it is another K-main spot. Could be hoping for that tower key before going to check that Lunar Sparkle.
Excuse me. Doing what I always forget to do and actually go to the back of Dwarf from the pond. Don't see this play very often.
There's a number of runners, may or may not be in this booth, who specifically avoid doing this. For the sheer and simple fact that those particular runners, who shall not be named, will walk out the front door. instead of casting exit or walking out the back door.
Yeah, I can see how that might be a problem. Yeah. Oh, white shirt goes from Cecil to Porum as we found a black belt. I think Cecil's looking to do very bad things with that Avenger right now.
He's a very angry, very strong paladin.
Oh.
Hey!
So, I heard you like key item checks. Have a second.
Commander Leonhardt, I blame you for this. I know you set a package, but it's because you invoked the name Demist. This is why it happened.
Well, just remember, if you're watching, just remember always park your ship on the right side of Mist. Because that package will bite you when you forget you have it in your inventory. That's never happened to me once, right? Never happened to you either?
Oh, absolutely. It's never happened to me 3 or 5 times.
Got it, yeah.
So we've got Quake going out. We've got Cecil with the Avenger, hoping to get this knocked out before D-Mist goes into Mist phase, and that Avenger has lots of Cold Mist coming out.
Hey, Tella's helping!
That was a good, solid virus.
And we get through before the Mist phase. We are not eating a Cold Mist today.
We haven't seen who the second boss is. Still could be something obnoxious.
Am I hearing Golbez? No.
This is not bad at all.
This is gonna tickle. Maybe.
That's a duplicate form, though.
Tella probably takes a nap here. I'm not sure about anyone else. Well, looks like both twins might take a nap. Oh. Oh.
This is okay. This is fine. Actually, with the twins going down, it's gonna speed this up. Or
the
no.
twins survive. Got that Avenger doing some work.
Yep, as Commander Leonhardt's pulling out 3k HP. It's faster than listening to him talk.
Yeah. You just got to make sure you get the kill before that third attack. Because we don't need to see a "you must not fight" now. We don't need that warning.
Samurai arrows. That's what we're hoping for right now, chat, is samurai arrows.
You know what I miss right now? Warp glitch.
Yeah.
One of these days it'll return. No, King Jot today. Drain Spear. Okay, it's a nice dart. If we find an edge.
I'll take it. Mostly because I'm in the booth.
I don't know. Setting up for Sheila 1. Do you dive Sealed Cave right now?
I think I would. You're gonna be down health. Even with this party, even with the Avenger, that's still a tough, really fast fight to deal with down there. I don't think you're taking that fight with this party right now, so I don't think it hurts you to go down there. And if it is like Wyvern as the boss, or the Darkness Crystal, you know what you've got to get up to be able to take it.
ScytheMarshall through the Mad Ogre trap. I don't think we have Quake on Palom. Probably gonna take a fight or two once we get to the save point.
Yeah, Scythe is being very methodical with his approach, making sure that he gets all the levels that he needs on Palom to take this out. Yeah, it looks like he's 1 level short. I think his Quake is 24?
23.
Oh, well then he's got Quake.
Ah. Meanwhile, Rydia's mom. Oh, that's a pan. And So I heard you wanted to see Yang again, right? That's what you were looking for?
Dyrewulfe is not happy having to go see Yang so immediately.
That's the closest thing to a rage flash I've seen in this game.
I don't hate the routing decision though. You're already underground. You don't know what that pan is. If it's anything but the pan, you just move on to Fabul.
I'd almost have been tempted to leave a save in front of Sylph Cave, but that might also be me trying to get 2Q for my own good.
All right, ScytheMarshall's got this Dark Elf in front of him. I believe he's got the Avenger. Yep, he's doing the switch now with the Light Sword. So if you are not aware, there is a glitch in this game where if you equip the Avenger, don't take any actions, then the properties of the weapon you are still on. So this Avenger wielding Cecil is going to be doing holy damage to this Dark Elf that's weak to holy.
Oh, that's... Excuse me. Yeah, Dark Elf is having a bad day.
Yeah, and then the Dark Dragon will be as well. Oh, interesting. Dyrewulfe is going up. Oh, no, he's dropping the save.
Leaving the save, yeah. Yeah, you really only... You have 3 options right now. You have... Well, I guess you have the 2 checks from Sheila. You have Sealed Cave and you have Tower, so you might as well leave one down there.
Alright, does Scythe feel comfortable with this fight? Is he going to save, or is he going to go right in? Oh, and I looked at the wrong twin earlier. Palom is at 21, not 23.
Ah. Hard to tell twins apart. Oh.
Ooh.
Hello, music. Do you do music while you're up here? I know what chat's gonna say, but I don't know what our runners are gonna say.
Depends on the second item here.
Well, the life pod is not gonna do it.
I think I'm tempted to do Twin Harp here. Not because I don't think I can take it, it's because I'm in the area.
Yeah. God, some very strong reactions. I've never seen a harp elicit that kind of reaction, right? Never.
It's a good solid check. It looks like Dyrewulfe though is more interested. Oh, yep. Nope, there he goes. He took a right at Albuquerque instead of a left. It's all good. ScytheMarshall though did not get quick with Palom, so is going with Angry Cecil strats against Baigan here. So getting the blinks up.
I'm torn. Like, if you get the blinks up, this is fine. The problem is keeping the blinks up. Because this is a fast Baigan.
Right, and I think Yang is also Berserk right now too, so at least we're going to have 2 punchy people if they can take some arms out here or there.
And you just need to hope that your Zerkers don't lock onto the arms. Because that's never happened before, ever, once.
Oh. Like... But we've got Dyrewulfe doing trap chest here in Lower Babel. Looking for some more gear. Not really. Hey, there's those samurai arrows I keep asking for.
You called that. Not gonna be digging out the rest of the trap. Well, okay, take that back.
Quickly proving the commentators wrong. Looking for more runes.
I'm used to it by now.
The sorcerer robe's nice though. Although we have black robes for sale, the sorcerer robe is still the extra defense.
What is commentary if not being proven wrong multiple times?
Just 2 Hoosiers up here to boot talking.
Indeed, sir, indeed. What did you miss, Commander? You missed my partner here being a witch. That's all. Channeling his inner Zoe.
Sometimes I'm right. What can I say? At least I got one right. We still haven't seen the elusive crystal sword yet.
Well, there's still 3 more traps here. You never know.
Let's see if this is a required sparkle, because Wyvern here at the spot is not fun.
Is Wyvern fun at any spot? Like, other than, I guess, Super Cannon?
The first Baron in spot.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Well, you spoke that one. Oh, that could have been. Oh, that could have been really bad.
Yeah, it could. So funny thing about this Wyvern. He can be kind of fast sometimes.
Yeah. You think yeah? You think he's actually gonna take anybody out with an?
It is a low magic power. It's it's still nuke. With how geared out our party is in terms of we've got white shirt form, we've got fully armored Cecil. I don't think those two will go down to this.
Tello was able to get off some rocks. That will speed this up a little bit. And he's done his job. He can now take a nap.
Mm-hmm.
So Cecil and Yang can both survive one nuke, it looks like. Meanwhile, Scythe has made his way through the Baigan, is going to end up underground.
GG's ScytheMarshall, that is a rough fight. Didn't have the Quake, and still got through it at a relatively similar pace to Dyrewulfe. While Dyrewulfe is, ahead with a few checks, ScytheMarshall could catch up.
Well, a rat tail from the top of the tower. Hey, you know what a rat tail can turn into?
Sand Ruby.
Crystal sword. Wait, what?
Spoon.
Yeah. Or an X-Cal. No, I think we're gonna just see Dire rushing straight to turn in Rat Tail.
Yeah, a common strategy for free enterprise: check your freebies, check your objectives. Rat Tail is a freebie. Yeah, it's inconvenient that you gotta move the hovercraft, but is gonna be a good check here. If I have the choice between diving Luca and diving the hovercraft, I'm taking the Rat Tail.
Tower key from Rat Tail would just be the ultimate BM from the seed here. Go back underground. Go take a double dip. Tower key holding darkness. I take that back.
It's gonna do Luca though. Doesn't need to worry about the boss. So if this is pigtail, spoon, bonk check. Just save it.
Yeah, gonna check Rat Tail first. Makes sense.
Fading the heart. Not even considering that an option right now. Leaving it, would rather dive down Luca first.
Yeah, I can see that.
ScytheMarshall, though, is going to be heading down into the Fey March.
If you have to walk out of Seal Cave, it's about the same amount of time as music, but it's only about half music if you just reset out of it. Ew. That's just gross. A big bomb for the rat tail.
Not what you want to see at all.
Anytime a tier 4 item shows up as a key item check, you just die a little inside.
To be fair, if we see D Lunar somewhere, that big bomb could be useful. I mean, I'm not going back for it, but it could have been useful.
You better give me a pink tail for me to end up back there. That's all I'm going to say. Well,
Alright.
we have made our way into the land of the doors, although we are not taking any.
I don't blame him. You're sitting at 7 key items. Doors are, all right. Question mark.
They're a thing that exists, yes.
Looks like Scythe is gonna do Sheila 1. Get the heart.
Wonder if we might see a chest or two here from Scythe, but no, going straight down to Yang.
I don't think he's recovered from going into the Fey March, so he's all 1 HP right now.
Makes sense. Well, in that case, I wonder if we see him make the dive to check music.
And that would be interesting, because if Luca ends up being a bonk check here, that could really propel ScytheMarshall ahead in this seed to get into that music check before Dyrewulfe. Now, granted, he would still have to go up tower, but let's see what we've got here in Luca first. Oh.
Not what you're looking. It's a very nice stick, but not what you're looking to see.
The harp is the play.
We're last locationing this, right? I don't think we have anything else left.
We don't. So let's see if ScytheMarshall decides to check it. We could have dueling harps.
You know, if there's one thing I've learned from watching Possum, it's never do harp, and if harp is required, the only correct play is to forfeit. Right?
There are some out there who would believe that that's a thing, yes.
The real final boss of this game is catching the black chocobo, right?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
That in the mini boss is the inventory boss.
That stupid black chocobo. I can't tell you how many times I've grabbed the wrong one.
ScytheMarshall's making the play, though, is going to be heading right behind Dyrewulfe to be checking this harp.
So, Karma, we talking during music today, or how are we going to play this?
It depends on what the music is.
Very fair point.
While there are over 250 different options, and every single one of them sound awesome, there are some that we hear quite a bit.
I'm hoping for Zelda, personally.
You can hope for that, and that's a surefire way to to get booted out of the comms booth, depending on who is restreaming.
What can I say? I'm partial to Zelda music. But with that, I think it's time for us to. We will see you all on the other side, chat. Enjoy the music. So, I believe I saw Final Fantasy 3?
Yep, that was the Boundless Ocean. So when you go to off the floating island and the world is covered in water, this is the beautiful music that you hear.
I missed the item. What are we, Was that a tower key? No. Nice. So...
That is that's gonna speed ScytheMarshall up a little bit. He's still down a couple of checks, but he knows there's a lunar sparkle up there, so is gonna be able to get those checks knocked out. I think Dyrewulfe will still be a little bit ahead of Scythe, but we'll see if he can get caught up.
Well, we're at 8 key items now. That darkness can't be buried in too many more locations.
Yeah, and no, this is for sure a key item. So we're gonna be sitting at 9, either getting darkness right now or getting Baron.
Could be Earth Crystal, I think.
Or Earth, yes.
I don't know what I'm looking for, to be honest. I don't want to... With the required moon, I want 10 key items to grind and go. So I think I'm hoping for not darkness here, to be honest.
Oh yeah, if you're the runners, you don't want this to be darkness. You want one more key item.
You gotta stop speaking these things in existence, man.
You know what would be really great right now?
Big bomb?
Fire bomb, or big bomb.
I think we can make do without it.
Commander, he can't. He reset out of it.
Well, we might see Scythe. You never know. He might keep it. There's always a chance.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if Scythe goes to Dwarf Castle, though, because that was the pan to go, or that was the Demus that led to pan.
I'm almost tempted to go Dwarf anyways, just to see if I can pick up Cane and Edge. I would almost even drop Palom right now to go triple Zerk.
Would you be hoping that a ninja would give you an edge on this seed? Don't just dart my ideas right out the window.
Who gave Denari control of your account?
No one has control over me.
Oh, God, you just encourage chat. I
was going to stare at you very angrily at the mute button.
Well, there's our darkness crystal. And we are looking at a 9 key. Do you... Are you tempted to dive Lunar Subterranean right now looking for a key item?
It depends on what's in K value.
I would... I don't think he had...
The pass for iHeart Produce does not count as one of the 10 key items.
Yeah. I think we're at a point where we could take out the Mura altar.
Oh, absolutely. I think
yeah.
With this Avenger and the way this party is set up, I think you could take both of those locations before a grind.
We should be fine at both. Of course, you know, the game is always the master of proving us all wrong, but still.
I mean, Baron or Earth Crystal has to be up here.
Possibly both.
Oh, it's absolutely very possible for both of them.
Well, We're gonna check the character first, because we could slingshot whoever's here, potentially.
Yeah, it has been a while since we've seen a unique character. These have been the only 5 that we've seen.
Show me an edge game. Let's go steal some sirens. Nope, just another monk.
Take him anyway!
I mean, technically you will.
So we've got Yang on Hobbs, Yang in the bed, Yang in the waterfall, Yang on the moon.
Yeah. Oops, all Yangs it is.
So Dyrewulfe gonna go check out the Mermaid altar. This is the easiest altar allegedly on the moon. Depends on who you get here, obviously.
I would still put White Spear over Mura, but they're roughly the HP difference is just too great.
But we've got Quake, we've got an Avenger. There's gonna be very few things here that I would honestly be scared of.
You just spoke Golbez into existence, didn't you? Odin's dealable. Oh, it's gonna hurt, but it's doable.
Yeah, and unfortunately for ScytheMarshall, on his side, the Wyvern blustered Cecil.
You can at least heal that off. It much better that bluster for both runners paralyzed instead of just outright killed.
Right. We got the Yang punching. We've got the Cecil about to get up. We've got the Quack Kid quacking things.
Hey, I said Odin's doable. I never said it was going to be easy.
Odin in the spot does require a little bit of setup. We've got Thunder Kalal Yang. We can berserk him in 4 or 5 hits. He's dead.
The problem is getting those 4 or 5 hits off.
We also had the Power Shirt, so I mean...
This is just going to be a damage race. We have the damage. The only question is, do we have the time?
I'd like to see a slow from Porum or Ortella. I think that will get us there. But it also looks like ScytheMarshall has this under control.
Well, little better targeting from Odin that time. Taking out the 2 twins. Excuse me, not cover... Well, that's Avenger on. Well, okay, we're already going to have the... I don't know. This is going to be close.
So this is tight.
Yeah. And there's... Yeah.
I think you've got to curse Cecil here. And rely on Yang.
I almost think I would almost be tempted to not curse Cecil and just have him cover. That might get you there as well. Cursing Cecil is probably going to let you get a berserk off with Tella. There.
Yep. And ScytheMarshall though got through Wyvern. Gonna be has already done the cannon room as well. So we'll see if he takes any more checks on Earth or if he heads up to the moon.
Am I wrong, or is Yang in the back row?
I did not see if he threw him in the back row or not.
He moved them to slot 2 at the top. I did not see if he actually swapped rows.
Oh,
Yep.
he did.
He still didn't.
Well, let's see if this will pay out. Did he leave the curse ring on Cecil, or is he just...
He did. Kurt Cecil
Okay.
first, but... Yang is in the back row. This is...
This could be okay, because... I mean, it's not going to be as fast, obviously. He's doing half the damage. Okay,
Yeah.
now he's rowing. So what he did there is he guaranteed that Porum and Yang could probably survive a hit.
Alright, that makes sense.
And now he's got the Zerg. Now he's got it going.
Yeah, Cecil covers.
Lit 3 from Tel. Okay, I think he's got it this time. Scythe is about to get his big bomb.
And it looks like he's going to keep it, actually.
He doesn't have a save, to go back to. He's actually closer to the whale from here.
Gotcha.
Can the punch mate? He can.
And we are through. So the question is, will this be enough for 10 key items? That would be a nice little bonus from Cave Bahamut. And it's a spoon.
It is.
Comments on the spoon aside, it's just nice to see a 10th key item.
So, if ScytheMarshall can get through the Odin fight, he'll still have 10 key items for a grind because he'll get his crystal if he could get through the Mursame and K value with his current party.
He's a little bit lower level than Dyer, not tremendously lower, but
I think still with this party he could still get it done though. That Yang with Thunderclaw is top notch.
Yeah, it's just gonna need the right setup, and the question is how many attempts is it gonna take to get that setup. Though
he counted his key items. This is a good play. I mean, it's gonna cost him time, but it is the D-miss. In his mind, he doesn't know it's a D-miss, but he's thinking, let's get at least one more K main check just to guarantee that crystal is 10 key items.
Yeah.
It's also, 40k XP.
True. But the big question right now is, who is hiding at that Bahamut spot? This
number of root bosses that could be
here. I'm hoping Turtle.
I think we've seen Turtle, haven't we? Wasn't the...
I think we've only seen elements. I don't think we've seen any of the other fiends.
Oh.
Which robe? It's just a hag.
Oh, I got my first.
Which actually, if Scythe rushes that, gives him a chance to make some time up, potentially.
Yeah, and the sooner that Scythe can get to the moon, the sooner he can, this is going to come down to grind efficiency. How efficient are you going to do a potential grind, if you're even going to do one?
I have heard 1200 strats be thrown around. I don't know if this is the team that can do it. But I know some people are waiting to be able to pull 1200 now with our very limited J item.
Yeah, but 1200 strats can be slow, and ScytheMarshall is not that far behind.
Ribbon is a nice find, but the bigger deal is going to be that crystal.
Yep, and at 1 hour 24 minutes, Dyrewulfe is in go mode. I mean, he's been in go mode, but he's got the crystal go mode with the pass. We'll see what he decides to do and how he wants to handle this Zoromos fight. Is he going to grind? Is he going to go with some low-level strats? Dyrewulfe is a very good runner. He knows a lot of game knowledge. We'll see what he decides to go with here to finish out this seed.
Still got the Avenger on. He looked like he wanted to take the Avenger off Cecil. Now it's coming off.
He doesn't have a one-handed weapon. He did not pick up the light sword from Eblan.
Interesting. Oh, we're taking behemoths.
Mm-hmm. This is not all that conducive to Avengering, though, because unless he's, proficient in putting the Avenger on and getting an action off.
I think you're just gonna... Wow, ooh. I was gonna say it. I think he's just gonna go Cecil cover strats, but that did a lot of damage to a back road Cecil there.
Mm-hmm. Got the blinks up though, so
Yeah, I have to think you're gonna end up berserking this young.
I think so too. And with 2 blink casters, this is a good play. This is good XP, but it is gonna be a little slow with just Yang doing the damage.
The bigger issue might be keeping Cecil's health up. One more good shot, and we're not covering.
Blink is down. We'll see if got a little luck from the board face AI there, hitting the other linked person of the party.
Wait, board face AI being helpful?
Sometimes. It's rare.
How can I get that luck? I've never seen it.
Oh, I didn't say I've seen it.
All right, fair enough.
Not for me personally. I've seen it for other people.
I guess that's another reason why he's playing and I'm not.
So, we know that that is not a key item. ScytheMarshall's going to check it though.
We're through one behemoth. Tella helped. Didn't get any experience, but he helped.
You don't need Tella to get experience. You really more just a want. He is going to get slingshotted though if he lives to the next one.
Hey, if he can survive a single nerf Big Bang and actually help a little in the Z fight, I'll take that.
Round 2.
Fight. Blinking Yang this time. Looks like we're. Oh no, I thought we are blinking Cecil.
Yeah, the cursor moving real fast there.
I did not see. Did he cover Yang? I missed that part.
He covered. I think he covered Yang. Yes, because the other members of the party are down.
Makes sense. Somebody's taking a hit here. Alright, that's much more manageable on that Cecil.
Yeah, I did not see if he had made any adjustments to his armoring or anything like that, but yeah, he is definitely got this one under wraps. Behemoths give a ton of XP when you've got 10 key items. This is a good grind for this party.
Yeah, just those few extra levels are enough to really turn this from a sketchy fight to one on lockdown.
Yep, so ScytheMarshall chasing the pan, trying to get that 10th key item before tackling these moon bosses.
Unfortunately, we know he will not be rewarded.
Just the Leviathan summon, but does have a save somewhere.
Behemoth number 2 goes down.
Tella with the casual 6 levels.
Hey, he might even break 18 agility now. Side note, did you know Tella reaches 25 agility at level 66?
I did not know that because I've never taken Tella that high.
There's no particular reason why I know this. Don't worry about why. That's not important.
Looks like Scythe is going to continue for the 10 key item hunt. So he's going to get down here, going to find, I think it's a silent staff down here.
Yes, yeah. Which I don't know. If I had 10 key items, I'd be tempted to take it and just do a door grind.
Yeah, you could do that on the way out. This is trying to go with what you're comfortable with. A lot of people know how much XP is up on the moon. You want to have 10 key items to make the most out of that. I don't hate this play at all. I mean, Dyrewulfe did the exact same thing. He's just 2 checks ahead of ScytheMarshall right now. 2.5.
Yeah. Well, there's our third and final behemoth, unless There are more hiding in the lunar subterranean if we really want a little more, but we did not get Cure 4 on Porum.
I believe that's level 48.
We may not be. We do have a Siren. I don't think Dyer's used either of his starting Sirens, so that is one option to get that extra experience.
Oh yeah, he's going with a Siren. He threw the Dragoon Gauntlets on. And the Avenger, so gonna let the Angry Cecil hit some Gold Dragons, I think.
Not using a Siren, just gonna take a couple random fights. Which this may be enough, to be honest, with 10 key items. I'm not positive.
Yeah, she's only one level away. Now, granted, she's still not gonna have a lot of health, you know, even though she's got a white robe on. And I think we have a ribbon, so she'll be plenty armored.
I have seen a Porum with a life staff, white shirt, ribbon, and rune ring take 2,500 damage from an under Big Bang.
I have as well.
For all of the evade rolls, it's amazing how often most of them miss.
What do we have here in the moon shop that Scythe is going for? More elixirs, maybe?
I did not see ethers, maybe?
Ethers would be, yeah, Ether 2s would be really nice.
No, just unloading some inventory.
Making room. Did not want to battle the inventory boss a little bit later. And there's Cure 4 for Porum.
So I think, yeah, here comes the exit, and I believe we need to gear up for a certain question that's upcoming, correct? That happens occasionally?
It happens at least once every seed. Usually.
Yes, hopefully only once.
Depends on, you know, certain flags and stuff like that. But here in Highway to the Zemus Zone 4, it should only happen once.
I've been on the receiving end of multiple, and no, it's not fun.
We are getting the Swag Whale to Troya. One of the reasons the pass does not count as a key item is because it is, for lack of a better term, a pass to fight Zoromos. We do have some flags in chat, Cubs. They have a weird Z. They're telling me I'm ready for a nap. What about yourself?
I've been ready for a nap for about 3 hours. I'm exhausted today for some reason. Oh. Wait, hold on. Are they actually asking if we want a nap? My answer is yes.
I mean, that's what Z's mean to me. 3 hours? We've only been live for 2.
Yes.
I would hope, Auska, that you are exhausted from how fantastic we have been doing.
Boy, I can't wait to see our Z-Sprite be Crystal Sword Mus. Wouldn't that be a surprise?
I'm not sure if that's a thing.
Now I want it to be a thing.
But there is one thing that we do know. We know who is at the end of this long road. Zoromos does not get randomized elsewhere like all the other bosses, but we can randomize what he looks like. Chat wants us to meme it up. I think we probably should. Cubs, what do you got for me?
Well, I think what we're being asked is, whose butt is getting kicked tonight?
Also, how cute is it?
Whose rump is getting thumped?
How cutie is that booty?
Okay, you win.
Oh, ScytheMarshall got an unfortunate bonk on the yawn.
Gonna keep trying this one. Nope, and there goes the reset.
All right, let's see what we got here. I believe we've got 30 agility Cecil here. Dyrewulfe is going to try and time this with a shake so he can get an action off. So that it doesn't do the full Avenger glitch, because he's got no weapon in his hand. He does not want the Avenger glitch.
Well, are we... I wonder if we're zerking or if we're going for the Avenger glitch.
He's got the Avenger.
Okay.
Oh, that's not cute.
That's a Z sprite.
That's not cute.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen this before, but...
We got Kirby Superstar, according to chat.
Well, the perils of not owning a Super Nintendo growing up. Well, looks like we're planning on bouncing something off of that column.
Alright, so we've got Yang berserked, looks like. Cecil might be stuck.
Yeah, we might have Avenger or a Mimic glitch, unfortunately.
Yeah, so can you explain what the Mimic glitch is, since we're seeing it in action here?
Technically, no. The effects of it, it will lock. You try to zerk a character. Okay, we got an action. I believe it involves zerking a character before they can enter the queue. Please, someone correct me on that. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. But you just end up with a character stuck there until they die, basically, and you can revive them and try and rezerk them.
Yeah, that is as close of an explanation as I could have given. It is, you know, you have the berserk status go on pretty much at the wrong time, and it mimics an inaction instead of the fight command, and they just stand there looking silly with either a berserk spell on them or a berserking sword in their hand. Alright, so we got round 2 for Scythe on Odin, as we've got Novum staring at us.
That was a very angry murder child there. Quad 9s on a lit 3.
And that will do it. ScytheMarshall about to be rewarded with his 10th key item. He has objective number 4 completed.
And we get the dart. Oh, Spoon, we hardly knew ye in this slag set.
That spoon is perfectly worthwhile for 5,000 GP.
Sounds about right. Or a trash can. Either way. It is helpful that you don't have to accept the spoon. One of the few key... I think the only key item you don't have to take in your inventory.
Still counts though. Still gets you to your 10 key items, so don't worry about that. It can be yeeted in various ways and still get you that 10 key item bonus. So ScytheMarshall is going to be seeing this water hag.
Oh no. Oh no.
Maybe. I don't know if Dyrewulfe has any Cure 3s.
Well, Black Hole, get the Yang back. Could maybe get somebody up here. I think he just tipped. So it might buy him a little time.
Yeah. Oh, has 6 Cure 3s. Cecil's gonna re-zerk eventually.
Yeah, that should be pretty instantaneous.
That's the beauty of the Avenger. I don't think 3k a hit is gonna be enough for Chemist Young to keep this group up. See what he tries to go with. He is going to play and try and do the Chemist. ScytheMarshall, meanwhile, Water Hag incoming. ScytheMarshall's levels are in the mid-30s. Still needs to either take on the behemoths like Dyrewulfe did, or has to do some other grind to get his levels up to, maybe a cozy, comfy Z.
I have to think he's going to go behemoths. It's, I think, too much of a time investment now to try and demachine. Though, on Dyrewulfe's side here, we're getting through this with just Cecil and Yang. It's slow, but it's effective at the moment.
Yeah, this is going to be really dependent on if Cecil can continue to do this damage before these cures run out. Switch into cure 2s during this lull, trying to save the cure 3s for big bangs. I gotta think we're in phase 2 now.
Yeah, I think we tipped just after the unnerfed Big Bang earlier. I don't think we're even bothering to nerf at this point.
No, I don't think so. It's too dicey. You don't want to have that be an unlucky roll there. You just want to make sure that Yang could take at least 2 to be kind of cozy. He's gonna maybe. This should be. Is this a nuke round or is this a big bang? Or sorry, yeah, another big bang.
Interesting. The Hermes trying to buy himself an extra action or 2.
I think this has got to be a black hole for this to work.
Well, maybe it depends on agility shenanigans. He might be able to have Porum Cure 4.
Going with the safety.
It's going to be tight, but this might get off.
I don't know about you, chat. I'm on pins and needles right now. Does get it off.
He single targeted Yang, so he's going to let Porum go back down. He just wanted to get that. That's not a bad play.
Not at all. That helps conserve the cure 3s.
I think he used his last cure 3 on Cecil, though.
Yeah, he did. So he's got to get this Porum up. I think this is black hole round, though.
I think this is nuke. Or this is single target cure 4 on Cecil.
ScytheMarshall, though, did opt to do the Behemoth, so is working through this right now.
Well, this may not be a single target. He's powering, maybe trying to get to rocks. He needs a low roll. And got one. Single target cure 4, gonna heal Cecil up. Now it's just, can he reach rocks?
Yeah, if he can get the rocks and if he can get a cure 4 on a Yang, I think he's got this. It's gotta be close.
Thought that might have been it with that delay, but no, not quite. I think he's going to get this Cure 4 off on Yang.
I think so as well. Yep.
Shake income. He's not on battle speed 1, is he? I did not see him drop it.
I thought I saw him drop it to 2 or 3. Maybe
I know
2.
he dropped it to 2 earlier. I didn't know if he was still on there.
Oh,
possibly. Down to 4. All right, 4. Yeah, would explain some of these delays. And we're just gonna.
Ooh, this is the YOLO. Like either he's counting and he knows that he's close.
He might barely have time to get another Cure 4 off on Porum here. Although untargeted, probably not gonna, or unnerfed, probably not gonna matter.
It doesn't matter. I think she's got the ribbon and the white robe. Oh, there's rocks.
We have made it to rocks.
Oh, she did not dodge the... This is it. This is set your controller down and hope it goes the rest of the way.
One way or another, this fight ends. And we find out which.
There it is. Shake, crackle, boom.
Bit of a heart stopper on that Z fight, but Dyer pulls through. Takes game 1 in this best of 3 with a time of 1:45.21. GG, well done, sir.
And we will see about getting him in here for an interview.
Speak of the devil, you know what? You have been a witch too many times tonight, Karma. GG, Dyer, well done.
Thank you.
How you feeling about that one?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. Getting through a fight like that, you gotta feel good about it.
I mean, I was clinching, and I was just watching it.
Well, I'm glad I could put on a show for you all.
So this is the seed. How you feeling with seeing that Tella start? Not seeing the seeing the Cecil start. Not knowing you've got a Tella waiting to be your partner. What's going through your mind seeing those objectives, seeing that that Cecil start?
Love a Cecil start. I was hoping I'd find a black sword, but no such luck, so we had to make do with Punchman. He did pretty good work, honestly.
That he did. We did not see a black sword from either you or ScytheMarshall.
That's a shame. It's always so much fun.
Would have made good use to maybe clear the Dark Imps a little early if you had, gone that route. ScytheMarshall did try to get that check in before Ordeals. The Dark Imps weren't having it though. That Baigan you handled really well though.
Yeah, I've had many bad experiences with Baigan, so we've come to an agreement that when I see him, he lets me kick his butt.
How do I get that agreement?
You have to take him on with just a white mage and a black mage at Leviathan spot. Hard required at like level 30. It's not fun. I don't recommend doing it.
I'm sorry, that broke my brain a little bit. Yeah, that does not sound like a good experience. I'm not sure I'm willing to sign that pact if that's the terms of the agreement.
But it's worth it.
So I'm curious. You were having some controller issues earlier in the week. How did the controller hold up today?
It's doing okay. The D-pad isn't as good on this one, but it's okay.
It did look like there were a couple of controller misfires. Maybe you might remember them shortly after you got that pan from the D-Miss turn in.
Those weren't misfires.
Yeah.
Those were me getting tired of getting the runaround by the seed.
Yeah, we saw a couple more from the tower key at music too.
Same thing.
You had to expect it, with the ZZ4 flags of the way they are, giving us, the full runaround on the Earth. It's definitely been an experience going through these seeds and seeing how many times we've had to crisscross back and forth.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. The generator seems to love to throw those lately. Here I was trying to route efficiently, and it's like, no, that's not happening. We're going to make sure you waste as much time as possible.
Well, you didn't waste too much time. You did a really excellent job with routing on this. Having the two moon objectives really helped to really emphasize that darkness crystal. You ran a really excellent race, so it really shows why you were ranked so highly through the qualifiers. So you've got game 2 coming up though with ScytheMarshall. I assume no changes. Gonna just continue playing your game.
Yep, just playing my game. Trying to kick myself out of the gambling habit I developed in the qualifiers. I mean, you got to do that to beat 60 people, but it's not the smartest thing when you're only against one. So far, it seems to be working for the most part.
I was about to say, when you learn how, please develop a guide for the rest of us, because God knows I need it.
I'm bad at writing, though.
Aren't we all? Well, like I said, GG's to you on your win here tonight. That puts you up 1-0. When's the next race between you and ScytheMarshall?
I believe it is Friday night, same time.
Well, you heard it here, chat. Back here Friday night, Dyrewulfe versus ScytheMarshall, round 2, as ScytheMarshall is getting ready to do round 1. Do you have any final questions or anything for Dyrewulfe, Cubs?
No, very well done. Looking forward to round 2. Hoping the controller holds out the rest of the tournament, but GG, very much looking forward to the future.
Thank you. And thank you, Bad Karma and Cubs Rule, handling comms, Warlink tracking, and Asuka, our wonderful seed rolling restreamer. Thank you. That was a beautiful seed. Did we have an Edward? Was there a single Edward in the seed?
No Edward, no Crystal Sword that we saw, so...
From my list earlier worked. Well, thank you and have a good night, folks.
Have a good one, Dyrewulfe.
Farewell, sir. GG. Ah, the sad bard noises.
And that was the winner of tonight, Dyrewulfe, as ScytheMarshall is getting right into this Zoromos fight.
Noticeably a lower level. 5 or 6 levels lower than Dyrewulfe was, so could be in for a bit of an iffy fight. We'll have to see what happens here.
I didn't get a chance to see ScytheMarshall's item situation. I don't know if he has more Cure 3s than Dyrewulfe did.
You know, that Z-Sprite doesn't... It looks just as something the second time around.
The eyes just continue to follow me left and right as I sway.
Huh. That's the same. That's the same mouth as the Foo emote. I just noticed that.
That is true. I did not catch that. Good job. All right, let's see if we can get ScytheMarshall through this. Z-Fight is, going to be the same for both runners. Including the Sprite. That's creepy. Doesn't look like Scythe may have the Cure 3s, though, that Dyrewulfe did.
I'm not sure Porum has Cure 4, to be honest.
I don't think she does. That HP amount right there definitely looks like she's a little short in that.
I don't think he had a... Oh, well, now it doesn't matter. I don't think he had a character above 46 when I quickly saw his inventory before, so this could get very dicey very quickly.
Yeah, and chat pointing out...
Wow, that was an incredibly fast shake. Oh my.
Yeah. I don't think Scythe has a Silk Web.
Oof, this could be trouble. Looks like we're gonna get a nerf here with the slow. Well, it's a nice reflect.
Got the reflect, very nice.
Gonna lose Tele here though.
And possibly Palom. I mean, only 500 HP on the Black Mage.
Yeah. And yep, this is... He could reset with this black hole, but I don't like this situation.
Yeah, if he had the Cure 3 count that Dyrewulfe did, I would like this a little bit more. Just having Cure 2s, though, this is going to be really rough. I'm not saying it's impossible. It is definitely doable. It's going to see... Oh, yeah. Let's take the reset.
I as fast as that Zoromos is acting, that's trouble.
See what he decides to do. Oh, gonna do a quick D machine, it looks like, or maybe...
Yeah, we could just take giant bosses here.
Yeah, giants are a pretty common encounter on one of the floors. I think it's the same one that you pop them with the manipulation. So could try and get them there, or could just do 2-3 D machines really quick.
I think we might just see the bosses. I mean, that's 500 grand right there.
Dyrewulfe, I missed it in the spoiler. I have no idea where the Legend Sword was. I know it wasn't Earth Crystal to Baron, though. Because that ended with the Magni Key.
Well, the one good thing about this game is levels usually cure everything. So, 5 to 6 levels on everybody will not make this a freezy fight, but definitely make it much less hairy.
I think if you're doing this, you're planning to take Palom to nuke.
Yeah, and pour him to white, potentially.
Yep, going in and going to be checking the fight first, see if this is anything free. We do still have a couple of free fights here available.
Do we have an hourglass? I don't remember if we picked one up. Oh, that's... Yeah.
There's a number of ways to make that fight mildly doable.
Yeah, the magic attack is not incredibly high at that spot.
That's a lot of HP.
That's possible. You're gonna eat a lot of Fire 2 counters, but that's possible.
That's a lot of leg.
Yeah. Minus 20 agility on Cecil should help.
Yep, we'll see. It looks like
The question here is how comfortable are you getting a D machine without a manip? If you're not feeling comfortable, I think the answer is go for the Ruby.
Oh, I would agree. If it depends on how comfortable you are, which manipulation that you prefer. There are two to get the D machine. I actually like this one that you do from the save point here a little bit more than I like the Baron one, just because you can peek the boss beforehand, and it's the one I'm more familiar with. But yeah, it looks like ScytheMarshall is geared up for D machines, so we are going to get that. It doesn't need that many. With 10 key items, 5 levels, it's probably 4 if I remember it's right. That's a bonk.
I'll be honest, I've never been able to understand this version of the chart. I only been able to do the Baron manip.
Well, while we're sitting here, actually, because I know there are actually a number of community members out there that don't know this chart. So, listed within the Discord, within the guides, within the wiki, there is a chart of this particular map. And when you're looking at the chart, it's very similar to the one outside you do outside of Baron. You follow the path that it has laid out with the squares. And if you get a square that has an X, you just reset. You're not going to get the D machine in that scene. If you get the one with the green circle, that's the fight you want. You take it, you get these Searcher and 2 Beamers, and you go with that. Your other option is you're going to get a number with a square with some numbers in it. The top number is how many fights to get to the D machine. If it's a 2, that means it's the next fight. If it's a 3, that means 2 more fights. If there's a plus, that means you have to go to the next floor and do those fights. And then you just count your steps. Once you do the path and you come back, then you have to count from 21 to 65. It looks like, to figure out what your manipulation is from there. And once you can master this chart, it's very similar, like I said, to the Baron manipulation. Then you can have 2 options there for your finding your D machine. That's honestly the first time I've ever explained that to somebody else. The ScytheMarshall does have the D machine, does have things going, is getting into a groove now. I'm not sure, like I said, how many he's planning to take. Hopefully he's got the manipulation up.
Helps if I unmute. I'm very confused as to why Cecil, the sap effect is on Cecil at the moment.
I'm not sure. Did a virus go on him or something in an attempt to kill him?
Maybe? If he did, he just said, forget it, we're just going to leave him alive.
Yeah, I actually wasn't looking at the screen when I was doing all the explanation, so if he maybe bounced a virus or something like that.
Very fair. Well, whatever, it looks like it wore off, so not a concern at this point. Yes, very well done on that explanation. Now that I'm actually unmuted and you can hear what I'm saying, that was actually very helpful.
It does take a little bit to get used to it. Like I said, it is very familiar with the E can't run manipulation for outside of Baron. But it's once you get used to it, I think that you can utilize both.
We have D machine number 4 here, so you may have called it right on the button. We'll have to see. Yep, the Palom is coming back up, so I think that's going to be it.
Did we get a ether on? Nope, he's going to use the Lilith. Wanting to save those ethers in case he needs them in the Zoromos fight.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Using Cecil as a mana battery.
We're not using that MP on Cecil for anything else. It's fine.
So, if you have a base, I know this one. If you have a base level Palom, and he has Slingshot, if you have 10 key items in Slingshot, it only takes 8 to get him to nuke.
I thought it was 6. Because it's 22 if you have no 10 key items and no Slingshot.
Maybe it's just 10 key items. Where did I get 8 from? I don't know. There's a reason I'm out of this event.
You and me both.
But ScytheMarshall's got it. Got nuke. Got what he needs. Heading out.
I think we got white on Porum as well, so gonna be pumping those spells in. Yeah, this just went from sketch territory to pretty safe. Courtesy of, one Searcher and some mechanical dragons.
Yep, and already outside of Troya, gonna save, gonna hop on in, gonna get his revenge against Zoromos.
Do probably need to uncurse Seth. Yeah, there we go. Nope. Gonna leave him cursed. No, it's gotta come off.
It depends, and if you're planning to go, more reflects than, Zerg. Oh, 27.
Okay, the drain's gotta go. So 32 is workable.
32 is way better than 27, that's for sure.
Yeah. 27 is, this party's gonna have a bad day, and yeah. This was very well run by both players. I think the difference right now is really just about the time it took each of them to get underground.
I think so as well. ScytheMarshall did a little bit more preparation, did take that wipe at Baron Inn. So I think that was probably the biggest difference, but didn't wipe to Baigan either. So was really efficient the rest of the way to be this close. When Dyrewulfe finished, Scythe was only like I said earlier, 2.5 checks behind. So really well done by Scythe. Just unfortunately a couple wipes, and this is a different race altogether.
Yeah, there's a reason Dyrewulfe is the 4th seed in this tournament. It's really really not even just with anyone on top 10, anybody in this field. If you give them a little bit of a lead and a straight line required path of key items, it's going to be very hard to come back.
Yeah, also really beneficial to have Launch the Falcon as an objective, and Hook is the logical way underground. With no way to go and, dig up the magma key through Earth, through Baron, which was somewhere on the moon.
Oh, we might get a chance to see the Legend Sword. Like I said, we both missed that the first time. I have no idea where it was.
Well, soon all of our questions will be answered, as ScytheMarshall is going to get through this Zoromos fight. I feel it. Chat, you got to feel it with me. Let's get ScytheMarshall through this Nova misfight. Our tracker Warlink telling us the Legend Sword was in the Ribbon Room.
Alright, so not terrible. I don't think you were ever going to get it, but not terrible. I could maybe see it if you had struggled against the Odin and wanted some XP.
Yeah, that would probably be one of the, because Ribbon Room would definitely be my first check. Well, maybe the White Spear Altar, hoping for 10 again, but yeah, if you were having some trouble with that Odin, I could see going deeper into LST trying to get something else. especially knowing that you've exhausted every check on Earth. But here we go. We've got a counter nuke out. We've got reflected nukes coming out.
Yeah, already just the pure difference in agility, much slower. Acting Z.
Looks like we're getting white cast as well. This is really going to speed this fight up for ScytheMarshall. That Porum is probably pretty, taking 500 damage from the Nerf Big Bang. If you're new to Free Enterprise, this is your first race. You know what we're seeing here is what a lot of people refer to as hybrid strats. We have Yang and Cecil both with Berserk status, just doing automatic hits, clamming or jamming up the queue so that Zoromos doesn't get as many actions. Also, they've got Zoromos slowed so that Porum and Palom can both be slinging white and nuke off of the reflected Cecil to not trigger counter nukes. This is a really efficient strategy. It allows you to make full use of your party so you don't have a wasted party member, and can really clear out a Zoromos fight relatively quickly.
Very interesting move, though. Choosing to bounce a slow off of the wall instead of a direct cast, maybe wanting to get an extra slow in before a second slow to then nerf.
Yeah, and may not have been ready for the nerf either. So wanting to just slow Zoromos, because without a Silk Web, you need 2 slows to get the Zoromos down to a Silk Web's speed. Not the party member you would like for that to hit, I think. But I think Tella, if Tella's got enough MP, could get her back up.
Can't believe Tella survived the Big Bang. Oh, no.
Never mind. Waiting for the Big Bang.
So I say, never mind.
If nerfed, though, he probably survives this.
Nope.
Yeah, looking for those 2 elixirs that he bought earlier on from Castle Eblan, or from Cave Eblan shop.
Well, I assume we're going to try to get Porum back up here and then maybe use the second elixir on her.
We should be getting close with the nuke and the white. We should be tipping into the second phase, unless this is a Big Bang, and then this could be bad. Going for the nuke nerf. Very nice. Hoping that this is timed out well.
I'm gonna have to dodge a roll. Survives there. And probably falls here. Cecil might fall here as well, honestly. Oh,
that was some high rolling right
How? How did that not nerf?
I'll be one of the first ones to admit my skills at nerfing Big Bangs is not good.
I'm very confused. As quickly as that Big Bang came out, how did that not nerf?
Yeah, there is a very, very small window on where that nerf can occur, and maybe with just how fast it was, it just didn't get it in time.
Possible.
But gearing up, making some changes to the party. Gonna go in for round 2 here in a second. Yeah, that Porum is real well armored. She's got tiara, white robe, lunar staff. Oh, unfortunately did not find the power shirt in Castle Eblan like Dyrewulfe did. So that Yang is just rocking a karate gi right now.
Oof. Definitely is. That might be one multiplier, or 1 or 2 multipliers all by itself.
Alright, we'll see what ScytheMarshall does, getting these adjustments in. Gonna go in for round 3 here, it looks like.
Making sure to get his setup right this time. Which, it's always better to take the few extra seconds before the fight.
Yeah, I think he's also on battle speed 2. If you're wanting to utilize Reflect, it's definitely been, in my experience, a little safer to go to battle speed 3 to account for the extra cursor movements needed to get to those spells. That's an interesting play there too. I don't know if you caught that. Palom has the Assassin Dagger on to speed him up so that he can get more actions.
And I assume take that off as soon as you get to Palom's first action.
Mm-hmm. Alright guys, chat, we've got round 3 coming up for ScytheMarshall here on this Nova Miss. Let's get your cheers in chat for him. Give him all your thoughts. Let's get him through this fight. So yeah, with no Silk Web, got to get 2 slows out. First one's obviously going to probably do the initial nerf. The question it always is for me when I'm in this situation is when to get the second slow out, because you want to get it as soon as possible, but you don't want to be triggering erroneous nukes as well.
I wonder if you reflect. Well, you could honestly just nerf the Big Bang, the first Big Bang with the first slow, and then reflect the second.
That's true. I like how he's cycling the party through too. If you throw that Star Veil up on Palom too soon, the shake of this is gonna remove it, and then you've got a wasted Star Veil. So that's really, heads up to try and cycle this party through before doing that.
The one thing that I may have done differently, and I find myself forgetting this all the time, would be to have Palom bluff instead of parry.
Agreed.
I can't tell you the number of times I kick myself for forgetting to do that, but any little extra bit of damage here will help.
Yeah, and he still has the Assassin Dagger on too. So making that switch now. Alright, here comes the first slow. Ooh, that's a
very fast shake. Oh my.
We've got 2 Berserkers in the queue. This will help, and he is going to go with the reflected slow. That's going to help out a lot as well. Oh, not who you want that to go on.
Well, her evade multipliers actually kicked in for once.
She's good. She's got this.
Still in with a shot. That's all you can ask for. It's after the first Big Bang.
But now we've got this queue jammed up with 2 Berserkers. We've got reflected nukes are going to start coming out. We're going to start seeing a lot of damage. Probably going to see a second Big Bang, so it'll be really interesting to see if ScytheMarshall decides to nerf that second one or not.
He could potentially try for a refill skip, but it'd be pretty difficult with this party, to be honest. You have to time the wipe very well.
Right, and also too, since Porum is going to be doing healing duties, I don't think you get the skip here.
No. I am worried about Palom surviving a nerf Big Bang at the moment.
He's going to blow the
okay, here comes the Oyster. Got it.
He's only going to be able to do that one more time. Only has one more. I think he has enough time to where he might have gotten 2 Cure 2s off to get Paloma. But that's the safety play right there. You want to make sure to just do everything you can to get through this fight. It's a good play though to use it. As Smeepty said earlier, you don't get extra points for ending the seed with Legends in your inventory.
Wait, isn't that how it works? Isn't that how all RPGs work?
No, absolutely not. Only if it's Dragon Quest XI, where there's just one more story after you beat it.
Man, I've been playing this all wrong. That's how I've been playing it. Items are made to be hoarded, right?
Only if there's New Game Plus. Unfortunately, Brain Enterprise does not have New Game Plus. Oh man, these counter nukes are...
Oh, that was a big one. Although he may have tipped.
I would be spamming that Cure 4 from Tella, that single target.
Yeah, he tipped.
Gonna go for the nerf here, it looks like.
I don't think he gets back to character. Yeah, maybe that nuke goes off in time.
I think she's good though. I think she gets through this.
If this nuke hits Porum again, we need to check some AI scripts. Okay, that's better.
Definitely the character you would rather see that one hit.
Yeah. And if that's not nerfed, I have to question everything I know about nerfing Big Bangs. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Properly nerfed. Good job, ScytheMarshall.
And in range where Palom can get away with just a Cure 2 as opposed to needing Elixir.
We should be seeing a black hole though, I think. Perfectly timed there. Gonna get this Star Veil immediately back up. Oh, and the first Star Veil had actually fallen off.
No, black hole. Oh, no, you're right, because, yeah, the Cure 4 healed him. Getting a nice little reflect on the nuke there. You said you'll take every little bit of damage you can get here.
Yeah, this looks like it is well under control though for Scythe.
I agree, yes. And we have rocks.
Couple of dodges in there too. You'd like to see that. Here comes the nuke. We've got Berserkers. This is right at the finish line here for Scythe.
That's yep.
Get your GGs in chat for ScytheMarshall, everybody. Getting in with an official time here. And we'll see about getting him in here for an interview.
Hallam was very angry there, almost going quad nines on the nukes. GG ScytheMarshall. That was a very rough ending. Very well done taking it down.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I think I did, I did 4D machines. I could have stood to do, I don't know, 8.
Yeah, but 4 is it was a number I thought you were probably going to go with once we saw that you were heading up there. It seemed like you just needed the nuke to get through. So well done on. It was very efficient as well. Were there any thoughts of maybe gearing up to take on that Ruby instead?
No, it's 65k HP, and Rubicon, like, I guess it would have been probably fast, especially with Yang, and like that spot's magic isn't super high, so it would have been probably fine. But I saw like, if it wasn't going to be quick, then I wasn't going to do that fight. So like, looking at the bosses that I had on my tracker, I hadn't seen King Queen Eblan. Turns out they were at, I think it was the Kainatsu spot. So that unfortunate, I suppose.
Yeah.
Dolls, I probably would have dropped rocks on them. Actually, I don't know if that would have killed them, so maybe not. But I guess what else was there? Officer Soldier could have been fun.
Yeah. Yeah, there were still a number of fights available to you that definitely would have been really good to you.
Even Magus Sisters with a Runax Avenger.
That would have been really interesting to see. That would have been
Magus Sisters grind on that spot.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Overall, though, you ran a really good, efficient route.
I'm not sure I agree.
Well,
okay, tell you what. The overworld was slow, but we had nothing. Right? We had like Yang. Yang was our DPS, aside from the J items that I tried not to use unless absolutely necessary to get through a fight. So then you get underground, finish up going underground after doing all the monster boxes, and I didn't pull the tier 8, but that's okay. I got underground and I did checked my freebie, and the freebie gave me, let me check my notes.
It was the Twin Harp.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was Twin Harp, right? So I do Twin Harp. And I had seen the sparkle at Wyvern, right? And so Twin Harp gave me, that was Tower Key, right? Yep, Twin Harp gives me Tower Key. Okay, so I'm going to Tower of Lower Babel. And, take out the Wyvern pretty okay. Like, that worked out okay. I burned my Silk Web, but I thought, I'm going to get through it first try, and I'm not going to have to reset. It'll be fun. And then I didn't read my objectives. Right? I didn't read the fact that, hey, look, like, you walk out the tower. My play would have been great, but then I hit darkness. And did I go and do my 12 D machines? That would have been smart to do? No. I should have, though. And that's where this race was lost. Aside from that, the route was, because I detoured, that threw the route out completely. The route was garbage after that. Because then I just went to the moon, did the 2 objectives, and then you're done.
Yeah, and I agree with you, but I also agree with the play you did make, though. You were sitting at 8 key items, I believe, at the time, and I can say with pretty much certainty, I do the exact same thing you did. I check Dwarf. I get the Demus. I check that. I check the second pan checks. I'm sitting at 9 key items. I absolutely want 10 before going to the moon.
Right.
I think 9 times out of 10, I do the same thing.
So there's an issue here, though. Count the number of key item slots that we had got zonks from. Right? So if you, unlike me, had remembered exactly where you had got each of the items, I sort of vaguely remembered, but didn't exactly remember. By the time you get darkness, I should have been thinking, oh no, I've seen multiple zonks. And then it turned out that there were many more zonks on the blue planet, right? And what I should have done is gone straight to the moon, right? And at level 30s, I was level 30s. Level 30s with the gear I had and Avenger, that team can take on a Ribbon Altar spot. Dyer never did that, right?
No, he did not.
Yeah, so I have no idea what's there. and it would take me a while to. I didn't check after my seed finished.
It actually was the Legend Sword there at the Ribbon Altar.
Yeah, it was Legend Sword and Pinktail, so that could have been like, I don't know, Stardust Rod or something, right? So it could have also been Crystal Sword. And so for like in hindsight's 2020, I guess. But if you blow the moon up, right? I probably would have done the Murasame altar just to check. Maybe it's free. But then, because I didn't, I had to sort of do that and then back out, do Cave Bahamut, and then go figure out what else I'm doing to finish the seed. But if I had gone lower, like the lower half of LST, and then done Ribbon Altar, because you could do that fight, right? I could have done that fight probably. Then I would have got alternate go mode with Legend Sword. Would have got a chance at tier 8 from Pinktail. You don't know, but that could have happened, and it's because I knew that there were multiple key items on the moon, right? That's something where, do you trust the Earth to have the things you need? Yes and no, right? But at some point, there are going to be items on the moon. And so I think that's where, it could have sped everything up really, really fast, right? But instead, because if you read your opponent in a certain way, or if you do the suboptimal play, Twin Harp's not optimal, right? Twin Harp first is not optimal. I chased it, and because I got rewarded for it, I should have taken advantage, and I didn't.
Yeah, and that was one huge difference. You and Dyrewulfe actually did the Twin Harp at the same time.
Actually, that's funny. Well, then that goes to show I didn't do anything else. I did nothing that wasn't required, except for all the monster boxes, right? So that really shows how quickly Dyrewulfe got through everything before that.
Yeah, and I think, to your credit though, the only thing I think put you behind in going through the hook route versus Dyrewulfe, because you actually did all the same chests. He full cleared Eblan Castle. He did Mad Ogre chests. I think really the only thing that may have set you back, and I liked the play as well, was Baron Inn.
It took 3 tries to get through Baron Inn.
Yeah, but your early attempt at it though, I liked that play when you did it, because having that Palom would have sped up Ordeals so much faster.
I wanted to see who was there, and it turns out it was DMs, and the team I had couldn't take DMs. Not even close. It would have been, I needed 2 J items and I didn't have 2 J items.
But I think if you get through that on your first attempt, this is, that advantage that Dyrewulfe had is gone. And the way you
but that's a big if, right? That's interestingly enough, right? You have to know that spot is 4k HP.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to somehow be able to do 4,000 damage. And DKC Anchor, that spot is fairly slow, but your team is also slow. And so it's even with 2, if I had somehow got through Evil Wall without throwing the Stardust plus, I don't know, Zeus Rage or something, that does win that fight almost.
Mm-hmm.
It gets you far enough that, Tele can cast Blink and maybe Yang tanks the rest of the fight down. But there are very few ways through that fight early. I was banking on King Queen Eblan. I was banking on Water Hag, and I didn't find it, right? And so by not just taking my losses, cutting my losses immediately, that wasted time. And then the second wipe, I don't even remember the second wipe. I don't remember if that was before Ordeals or not. But that was bad. Shouldn't have done that.
Well, your next match against Dyrewulfe is Friday.
It is.
Any changes that you're planning to do for that match, or are you just going to go with your normal game?
What's my normal game? You tell me.
I don't know.
Haha, exactly. Do I have a normal game?
I don't know, but I do look forward to watching it though.
I guess, yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know. It's funny. My best qualifying seeds were mostly the jet seeds, routing is obvious. You just do the things that the game gives you. All of a sudden you have a party, maybe you have a slingshot target, and Tell on Darkness. So go do D machines, blow the rest of the seed up, you're done. I should have done that, and I didn't. So maybe I should do that next time, and maybe I'll win, because I don't think Dyrewulfe wants to. You hear that, Dyrewulfe? I didn't know, whatever. It's like if you don't, there are different ways to get through seeds, and if you insist on not doing a D machine grind, then all of a sudden you have to find something else. And if you don't find something else that's fast and efficient and effective and gets you the levels you need to beat Zoromos, then you should have just done D machine. So I think that sort of feels like the moral of the story here. As you know what? I think I found the correct emote to use. Chat,
Yeah.
You know what to do. Free and deal.
I got it in there for you.
Thank you. I think that's the moral of the story. Free and deal.
Well, that covered everything I wanted. Do you have anything, Cubs?
No. I think that was as detailed as an explanation we could have asked for. That was a very, very rough seed at the beginning. You fought through it well, and looking forward to game 2 coming up here on Friday.
Cool. I'm looking forward to not throwing sirens on behemoth tiles. That would help, I think.
I didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah, so I did the 2 behemoth fights after Water Hag, right? And then I said, okay, I need more experience, right? So it would be nice to have another couple 100k experience. So I set my party up. I was gonna do throw weeks with Tella and stop with Palom, and I pulled my siren out. Crack, boom, right? It's the same sound that happens when Zoromos dies. But you don't want to hear it in the middle of the seed. You want to hear it at the end of the seed. If you hear that sound, it's because you used a siren where there aren't any encounters. And so you don't get the encounter.
Well, it's one of those things that in the heat of the moment, I know I've made it. I've done it too. So, like I said, it'll be good to see another round with you guys. Like I said, I'm looking forward to round 2 for you.
Thanks. I should say thanks to the restream team. I think we had Oscar restreaming. Thanks for this. I guess I only checked 7 characters, but maybe there were only 5 characters in this seed. Who knows?
That's all we
Hey, so thanks for a seed distinct 5 Oscar seed. That was fun. Thanks to Warlink for tracking, and thanks to Bad Karma and Cubs for commentating. I'm sure you killed it.
Well, thank you for being restreamed. We can't do it without you as well, volunteering to be up on the screen for us to talk about. So thank you as well.
Cool. Have a good night, folks.
GG's again, and have a good night.
GG.
Well, Cubs, both of our runners have finished. Zoromos has been down twice. I think we got a place to go to.
Yeah, I believe we're heading over to Moonblaze Wolf for some FF4 Pixel Remaster. As usual, keep the spoilers to none at all, or the newspapers will find you. But a big thank you to Asuka for restreaming, for Warlink for tracking, doing the hero's work behind the scenes so we could just sit here and run our mouths for a few hours. I believe this is the last match of the night, but I'm sure we'll see plenty for tomorrow's schedule coming up here soon. So keep an eye on that. Big thank you as well, Bad Karma. Very well done, sir, carrying me through the whole way. Looking forward to the next time.
Absolutely, always a pleasure, Cubs. Thank you again to Alice and Warlick as well. And I guess we will see you all over at Moonblaze Wolf again. No spoilers. And everybody have a great night.
Have a good night.